Good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm just going to put this out there first because I always notice when other people are a little different when I talk to them if something's on their mind. I'm going to put this out there. As you guys know, yesterday I was going to make a video to talk about my housing shortage crisis. And I was going to do that after my first video yesterday. As I was working on packing, I got a phone call, and I can't be too specific because it deals with my health and medical point of view and stuff. But I got a phone call, and it was more bad news. That's all I can say. The reason I'm telling you guys is because if you notice a change in my demeanor, because I've gotten very little sleep, and I'm trying to find a place to live, and then I get another phone call. They say bad luck comes in threes. Well, I should have my fill by now. All right. I just want to put that out there in case you guys noticed a little difference in my demeanor. All right. I want to talk about Fox News. Yesterday, as I was going through all the news yesterday, I came across a Fox News story. And the headlines are always very sensationalistic. And it catches I want to know what they're saying in there. So it was about a college athlete. The link will be down below. And this college athlete was complaining that her political views got her thrown off the team. So I went through the article, and it says that she was forced to watch a movie, supposedly, about policing and African Americans in America. It was called 13. I've never even heard this movie. Now, she says that she was forced to watch this. She said that she put out a tweet with laughing emojis, and she had a problem with people knocking on Trump and stuff like this. So the thing I noticed, though, is that it's all her opinion. There's no comment, no side of the story from the school or anything. It's just her take on how she was wronged by the school and how she perceived that they treated her. And that's the story, that she was wronged, that she was kicked off the team for her political beliefs. And there's no side of it from the school at all. So I thought that was interesting. I think, obviously very skewed. Of course, something I'd expect from Fox News. Didn't surprise me. This morning, I see another article about Fox News, and the headline grabs my attention. Mom upset about kindergarten teaching her daughter anti-white messaging. Anti-white messaging. That's what was in the. Again, the link will be down below to this. And reducing everything down to people's skin color. That was the title of. You'll see the title of this article. So it got my attention. Especially the anti-white part. Are schools really teaching anti-white rhetoric? I want to know why are they so upset about this this critical race theory? Is that what they're teaching? So I read the article. Again, you'll see there's Tucker Carlson talking to this mother. It is completely just this mother's opinion of what's happening in her kid's school. She says that her kindergarten teachers are. She's very upset because they're not using the pronouns of boys and girls, any pronouns him or he or she or any of that. And she's upset because they talked about Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving last year, they talked about Thanksgiving. And apparently the teacher asked the children, do you think there's anything that they could have done different, the Pilgrims could have done different? That's it. That's in this whole article, those are her complaints. In this entire article, I didn't see anything about anybody talking about anti-white anything. All right. So I watched, there's a clip in this article the link down below, where Tucker Carlson talks to her. And the way that they spin this, that by just simply asking the question, is there anything? I think it's a good thing that the teacher's asking to kind of review things in history. Is there something we could have done different? I think that's the way people learn. It doesn't even seem that Tucker Carlson comes off as saying that they're teaching these kids to hate America and that it's anti-white and all this other stuff. And that's from this article, all that the kindergarten teacher asked these kids is there something that they could have done different on Thanksgiving? It could be the kids could have said, maybe they should have served ketchup. Maybe they should have had cucumbers. I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. There's nothing in here. There's not anything in here about anything anti-white. This again, I can't, I expected this from Fox News. But to see it here, again, this is what they show, they portray as news. In both these instances, they had an aggrieved white woman, all upset that the world, that this new world, this new woke world is against her, is making her feel anti-white, feeling guilty for being white. When in reality, they showed a clip from the school board too. And the school board in this video, you'll see in the link down below, talked about how there was a national hate group that was trying to stop their curriculum. Now, there's nothing, a national hate group, and that made me wonder. And then from the crowd, from the parents, you hear boo, when they said national hate group. So there's something in this article that they're not even telling people. There's another entity involved in this that they're kind of leaving out. A national hate group. So, who that is, I don't know. It doesn't even say in the article. The article is spun that this poor mother of this girl is, her daughter's being taught to hate herself and hate being white and hate America. And from what I can determine out of this, the teachers may or may not. You don't know because you don't have their side of the story. They might be saying he or she. I don't know. Maybe they're not using gender-specific pronouns now. I don't know. That's certainly not anti-white or teaching people to hate America or hate anything. And the fact that they simply asked the children, is there something they could have done different for Thanksgiving? Like I said, that could involve, it could be on a different day. Maybe invited more people. Who knows? I don't, You don't know because they're only telling one person's skewed side of the story. And there's nothing in this article. The words anti-white caught my attention. I want to know who's teaching it. Are they really teaching this? There's not one iota of any of that in the article. Now, of course, if you're a right-wing person, Donald Trump 2024, you're reading this, you're getting all inflamed, and you probably don't even notice that there's nothing even in the article that substantiates this anti-white stuff. Tucker Carlson, of course, is saying, no, they're teaching them to hate America. He says this in this clip down below. By simply asking, is there something you would have done different for things when the Pilgrims and I think that's a very a very simplified story, the story of Thanksgiving, the way we see all the Pilgrims and the Indians all sit down at the table. I don't think it probably looked anything like the simplified version that they show it. But asking kids if there's something they would have done different about something that happened in history, I think is a good thing. It encourages people to think of different choices, different outcomes, which is intelligent thinking. And where they got anti-white out of this, I have no idea. The links are down below. I'm sorry if this video wasn't my usual video, but I got a lot on my mind this morning. I will be back later with, I'm going to do a video on all this, but I got to settle through this. All right, you guys have a good Friday. I'll be back later.